y'all. So your ancestors do not want you telling somebody your plans. You can't trust this person with something vulnerable. Okay? There's someone that you cannot be vulnerable with. Okay? I don't care how much money they have, how secure they may be, what they may have going for themselves. Whatever premonitions, whatever visions, whatever divine plan that your ancestors are sharing with you, they do not want you pillow talking. Okay? They're saying do not pillow talk with somebody. It's not safe for whatever reason. Let's get some more messages. So if that resonates with you and you've been kind of on the edge of feeling of whether or not you should trust someone and overshare or overindulge, this path isn't meant for everybody. So only you're going to understand it. That's what they want you to know. Whatever hardship you went through, whatever road that you're on, your lover isn't going to be able to be your confidant. So I'm talking to those of you that have a higher purpose. You were chosen, you were born to do something. You were made for something. Even when you find your divine counterpart, they still won't be your confidant. Your confidant is going to be your relationship with your ancestors, God, source, whatever you believe in. That's your confidant. And they want you to remember that, and no matter what relationship you're in, no matter what partnerships you have, because that would help protect the integrity between your earthly relationships, your earthly dealings that you guys get caught up in or involved in. So you're going to blend in. Something about blend in. Whatever society's narrative is right now around having a provider, someone with a plan, allowing them to have the plan, allowing them to execute the plan, should you be allowing them to do that? Absolutely. But does that mean that you're meant to go to them with your feelings and your emotions and have someone that's like your best friend or you could talk to? No, that wouldn't suit you. You need to keep your friends. Hell, you don't even need to tell your friends your business. You need to keep your business to yourself. So whatever you're doing right now, to whatever table is being prepared for you, whatever commitment you've made to work the stability around you seeing something that you're already good at into fruition, all you need is organization and discipline. Organization and discipline. You don't need no one else to keep you motivated. You have the key to success already within you. Okay? And when you need some extra assistance, your ancestors is going to bring the provider, the resources your way, so that way it'll soften whatever transition seasons you may be going through. And they're also, another message that I'm getting for you is to allow someone to feel as if they are telling you what to do or gently guiding you or giving you direction. There's nothing wrong with allowing someone to give you direction. That's what I'm hearing. Even if you're a know-it-all, even if you know the way, go left, go right, let it be. Okay, I heard let it be. Some will tell it be. Sometimes it allows, your partner to feel very important. They feel very important. They feel like they got a role. They have a necessity. And they feel like you like you like the protection they provide. You like the resources they provide. And that gives them reassurance that you won't try to leave them or go somewhere else when things are not perfect. So the key to a successful relationship is going to allow someone that sees you as the trophy, or someone that sees you as the prize, or someone that sees you as the the well of creativity to gently guide you. Okay. Should they be talking to you all types of crazy? No. Let their logic. This is like, yeah, I know you want to do this, but I think this is the better route to do it. Allow them to proceed as usual. So be open to asking for help if you need it. It's like the less that you have to say anyway. It preserves your life. Keeps you young, youthful. Why hurt your head? So I feel like during a period of time where your finances are fluctuating, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, you have this rise and this fall type of energy here. Hmm. Hmm. You got a couple years. It's going to take a lot of years before something that you do is widely accepted by humanity. Maybe closer to when you're older in age, you're going to be saying, I remember back in the day when I was saying the same thing and now everybody's saying it. So people haven't jumped on the train yet or on the bandwagon yet. Okay. But you're going to, with beginnings here, you're going to be doing something that ain't never been done before. That's what happens when you're a trailblazer. You're the first to rake the territory. You're the first to try it out. And many more will come after you. Let's see what's their message. What's your ancestors? What's your message in regards to love? So right now there's someone that is like drinking a lot, numbing themselves. I think it's easier for this person to let go of a person when they know what they did wrong. But something about a connection with you, someone doesn't know what they did wrong for you to stop dealing with them, or for you guys not to be involved with each other. It's like, I don't know what I did. So it looks like somebody wants to forget you. Them drinking may make them emotionally imbalanced, but they may not be able to see that about themselves. Whatever substance that they're using, maybe the source. We have in love in reverse. This person feels like you're not in love with them, and they're trying to be functioning like a functioning depressed person or a functioning addict. But it has a lot to do with you and the love that you guys had. This person feels like this is goodbye. Wherever you're going, whatever path that you're on, they feel like you're not taking them with you. Y'all are not doing this together. What's the prediction? Oh, man. So you have two choices. When you think on the past, in the past you felt extremely restricted. There were things, limited belief systems. There was like you were tied up, you were stuck, you felt like you were a caged bird. However, the future is also just as unknown. So if we're being honest, I see you reflecting on the past, wanting it. Like you want to go with your initial choice. You want to go with your initial choice, your initial person, your initial desire. However, that desire is associated with some type of limited belief system. And you're keeping it to your chest, you're holding a really good poker face about the future. I don't think you really want to go down a different path, but you feel like you have to in order to pursue your dreams, your purpose. The Two of Wands speaks about purpose, the reason why things have happened. I feel like you're coming to an awareness of the reason why, experiences of the past had to happen, the limited belief systems you were able to shatter and break. I think you would be lying to yourself if you didn't want to see what else was better out there. But at the same time, if you're being real with yourself, your first choice is always the one that you still want. So what this is saying is you're lying to your second choice. And if your second choice is, well, I choose me, well, that's a lie. Because naturally, if you choose yourself, then the first choice wouldn't have happened. The first path wouldn't have happened. That's what it's kind of saying. But bad experiences and bad news was your greatest teacher. I think you would be lying to yourself if you didn't admit that you miss the comforts of that reality. There's something wrong with that. When someone tells you Santa Claus isn't real, and the excitement and joy that went into preparing for Santa Claus and making the milk and doing the cookies and stuff like that. The moment that you become aware of the truth, participating in the lie becomes difficult to do. And if it's not revolved around a person, then this can be just revolved around exposure. Being exposed to the contrary of the truth can leave you feeling as if you miss being able to taste the steak. It's a normal human reaction. You miss being able to drink the Kool-Aid. You miss being able to taste the steak. You miss being able to experience the emotional gratification that comes from living a lie. Right? And sometimes you can feel safe in those limits, staying within the reef. It's less spiritual warfare, it's less spiritual attacks. So something about this path seems very daunting nonetheless. Because the truth of the matter is, you don't know what's on the other side of the fence. You don't know what's out there. So some of you guys that have gone out there to see what else is out there, to see, you know, to gain some experience, to date other people, to move around with your life, to move to different states, stuff like that. This is the time where I see you coming to a realization that you still have love for somebody. But because of the drama and because of those limited belief systems, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And yesterday could be the version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? The version of yourself that you used to remember. The version of yourself that put other people before you. You could be saying goodbye to that version of yourself. You can feel the pushback too. Some of y'all can actually feel it, like the actual pushback in your mind, in your spirit. People are questioning if you're of sound mind. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting to come in? I feel like you're waiting for someone to come in and say, I was foolish. I was tripping. I don't know why I did this to you. I don't know why I didn't fight for us. I don't know why I let you go. You're waiting for someone to come in and confess their love with a boombox outside your window. Okay, why did I fall for these lusty people? Why did I let you go? You want to feel chosen. You want to see someone put you first for once after putting yourself on the back burner for so many years. So I do see you waiting. I think this person may be under a spell. They may be under a spell. Seems like they were engaged in some type of activity with somebody. They laid down with somebody and they woke up under a spell. And I think it's difficult for them to wake up from that spell. And that's why they're delayed. Did you know that you knowing that someone is under a spell, they let themselves be put under the spell, just so you know, because they wanted you to come and rescue them. Now, how I see you rescuing this person is going to be the same way they numb out. When a person numbs out, they are under a constant state of chaos underneath the skin. And escaping through substance dulls the pain, but the pain is always there, right? So it's only when you hold this person accountable to the point where they don't have enough time to numb out. They don't have enough time to escape the reality. They're forced to do it. They're forced to feel the pain. They're forced to confront it and stop lying to themselves. Now, how that happens, it seems like that's the only way this person realizes that whoever has them under a love spell, that they're not actually in love with that person. They're tolerating them or they're codependent on them like a drug. So this person has to go through certain experiences like losing their job, paycheck to paycheck, having to save their money so they have less resources to spend on whoever this other person is that has them under like a love spell. Someone is under a love spell here. And I think that this person wants you to come and break this love spell. That's what your ancestors want you to know. Okay? They are, if you love me, you'll come and break this spell. You'll come and get me. They're lying, saying that they're not waiting on you to come and get them. They're waiting for you to come and grab them by the collar and be like, get your ass out of this bar. Take your ass home, you know. They want, it's like hide and seek. Meet Joe Black. You found me. Three of Pentacles. They want a moment to be able to say, pretend like they don't want this. They do. They want to know you love them. Page of Cups. Do you love me? This person may tell you to go to hell. This person may tell you to kick rocks. But I feel like one thing they can never lie to you and say is that they don't love you. They lied about a lot of things. They lied about never being able to forgive you. They lied about not wanting to work with you, not wanting to wait on you. The truth of the matter is they do. They are holding on to you. But they cannot lie and say that they don't love you. And as long as they can't lie and say that they don't love you, there's always hope. But this person believes that there's only hope if you come after them too. They can't be the only person. That's what they're saying to themselves. Like, I can't be the only person standing up for this or defending this or working at it. I need you to know that you're in it to fight too. It's like this person is saying you've been numbing out in your own ways as well. Escaping the pain as well. You have a different memory of your relationship with this person. You have memories of this person being a tyrant, abusing their power, and saying very ugly things to you. So the reason why you haven't come towards this person is because it looks like you reflect on how, you know what, I've had this monster before, I've done this once before, I chased this person in this way once before, and all it did was it validated their ego that you weren't going anywhere, and then they treated you like a prisoner. Not even like medicine, they treated you like a prisoner. Completely unconcerned with your mental state and how their choices affected you, and treated you, if you did bring it to their attention of how it did affect you, they would pretty much say hurtful things, say ugly things to you. So the only power or levers that you had was abstinence. So it looks like you have a lover that went off, found someone that was manipulative, just like them, a player just like them, and then they let that player sew buttons onto their eyes. They submitted to that person. And it is changing them on so many levels. But then they would never submit to you. Queen of Swords. So there's a karmic here that got someone doing something that you could never get someone to do. Shut up and act right. They got someone acting right here. Yeah, and this is why this person feels like a failure. They're like, damn, should I have went after you? Someone's contemplating if, like, they were supposed to come after you and they didn't, or they were supposed to pursue you and they didn't. It was their turn and they didn't. Will you make a fool of me? Tell me why. Whatever, like, roundabout or maze, or seems like you guys could talk directly, communicate directly to each other, but somebody doesn't want to, and it's because they're in their feelings. So it seems now that you're out your feelings, someone wants to come in and balance things. I don't know. What's your advice, Spirit? Like, the more walls you put up, the more complicated, the more difficult the riddle is to solve. Transformation. So you're going through a transformation. This person is going through a transformation. And looks like we all are waiting to see what the development will be of this connection. There is a higher purpose to it, though. What you guys have experienced. I feel like you guys' relationship or connection will inspire a lot of people. And we'll hear more about this soon. All right, y'all. These are all the messages that I got for you. Until next time.